In this video, I want to go over some tips and tricks for Grounded 2. Now, some of this you guys may already know about, some of it you may not know. First off, Grounded 2 is extremely similar to Grounded 1, and I actually like that. I think them sticking to the same form factor and adding a lot of quality of life changes, as well as a lot of new gameplay elements is absolutely amazing. And keep in mind for Grounded 2, the map size that is currently in early access is the same size, if not bigger, than the original games map. So as you guys can see really quickly, here is the map here, and there are so many more locations that are gonna come to the game, and you guys will be able to see that as you start venturing around. And in this video, I'm going to go over some tips, tricks, and things you may not know, and things that will help you along the way in Grounded 2. If you enjoyed this video, drop a like on it as it helps me and the channel grow. But without further ado, let's get straight into tip number 1. One thing you're going to want to constantly do in Grounded 2 is you're going to want to go to, once you do have a resource analyzer in the game, there's going to be many located across the map. You're going to want to go to it very frequently because you're going to be picking up new items, different items that you have not yet analyzed, and these things charge over time. So just be sure you're going back to these very frequently when you get different items and utilizing them as much as possible. That way you can utilize all these charges, come back here once they recharge, and you can still analyze things. Analyzing stuff in the game gives you the ability to find out new crafting recipes, as well as figure out new ways to use items that you've collected. To analyze other big items, you have to carry it and bring it to the analyzer, and then it'll appear in your inventory. See how it says equipped hauling? In order to analyze big items that are carryable items, you have to then do that. Now we have all buildable objects necessary. That's how you analyze big items. Early on in Grounded 2, the two top ingredients you're going to want a ton of is going to be sap as well as fiber. Fiber is super easy to get. You just get it from the plant fiber, these little small looking plants on the ground, anything like this. The reason being, this is what's going to give you the ability to make bandages. And early on, you're going to want to craft as many of these as possible. Eventually, you'll be able to craft higher tier bandages, but early on, early game, just craft as many of these bandages as you can. So keep in mind, you're going to want an abundance of sap as well as plant fiber. Sap's very easy to come by. Just go to any tree, any like big old branch like this, and you're going to see sap laying around. And then plant fiber are those small plants on the ground. Now, grass seeds are going to be an important thing that you're going to need. One thing is going to be for the Omni shovel. This is one of the first things that the game has you craft. It's one of the tools, the new Omni tool system. As you guys can see, we need grass seed. In order to get grass seed, you're going to look for plants that look exactly like this thing right here. It's going to look like standard grass, but it's going to have these little flowers up top. I'm going to show you guys here in photo mode. As you guys know, this is all standard grass over here. What you're going to want to look for is this piece of grass here with these little flowers up top right here. Once you find that, you're going to just be able to chop this thing down, and it's called a grass flower. And once this thing breaks, you're not only going to get grass planks, but you will be able to get a grass seed. Now, the grass seed, as you guys can see, is all over here. They don't always drop from these, but they usually do. And that's simply enough how you get grass seeds in Grounded 2. The easiest way to find grubs in Grounded 2 is when you're walking around, you're going to see the dirt make these little movements here in the ground. And all you're going to do is you're going to just dig them up. Grub is going to appear, take it out. That's how you found grubs in Grounded. I know this is a super simple tip. You're going to need to have the Omni tool in order to do the digging. So you're going to need to have the shovel version of the Omni tool. In Grounded 2, they have changed so many different things. And one of that is the way basic tools work. Most survival crafting games, you have to craft individual items like axes, shovels, repair tools, and hammers. But in Grounded 2, they took a different approach with the Omni tool, and it's a versatile tool that works across the board and can transform into any of those tools. As you're exploring in Grounded 2, you're going to find what are called ranger stations. That's what they look like right here. You're going to be able to go in here, and not only are you going to find your science shop, and this is going to unlock new recipes with raw science, you're also going to find ranger challenges, complete ranger challenges to explore the park and earn raw science. You're also going to find your Omni tool upgrades. These are going to give you the ability to purchase as well as generally unlock specific upgrades for your base tools. So you start out with the basic axe, and then you can upgrade it to level 2, 3, 4, and 5. You're also able to buy the shovel, the Omni hammer, which allows you to break bigger items like acorns and rocks, the Omni wrench, which gives you the ability to repair things at your base. So keep on the lookout, and this is how you use and purchase basic tools in Grounded 2. I think this is a great approach that they went this route. It really solves a simple problem for survival crafting games. Instead of constantly having to craft a repair tool or a hammer or an axe, you just have the ability to have this unlocked, and there's no durability on it, and you could slowly upgrade it. I think it's fantastic that they went this route, and I really like this approach. We're actually going to buy the Omni hammer. Boom. Omni Hammer unlock. Let's go. So with the introduction of Grounded 2, they've changed a lot when it comes to build diversity as well as what you can maximize in the game. Straight away is mutation loadout. So back in the day with Grounded 1, we were able to do mutations, but they had to be purchased with raw science. So in Grounded 2, what I like that they did is all you need to do is utilize that type of weapon class and it'll slowly upgrade. As you can see, like Javelineer, kill 40 creatures with spears. I'm already at 16 out of 40. What this does is you're going to deal additional damage when thrown. Strike foes to enable counter pokes that reflect damage for a short time. So as you're using these weapons and using these different things like land an ambush attack, perform 30 perfect blocks, discover 20 points of interest, you're slowly going to start leveling up these abilities passively. You'll be able to then activate them and you'll have up to 4 loadouts that you can do. So if you know you're going to be fighting bosses, you can do a build that's specifically for high damage, high resistance. If you want to have like a rogue build, you can do that. If you want to build that's specifically for running around, crafting, grabbing items, you can do that by boosting your exploration speed, boosting your health or stamina, whatever it may be. So this is how the loadout system in Grounded 2 works. I think it's super awesome. And I like how they give us the ability to then make us basically use different weapon classes in order to then get those mutation boosts. This is a simple reminder to hit the escape button when you want to pause the game. Don't pull up your crafting menu. Don't pull up inventory. This is very easy. This is very simple, but I made this mistake many times where I pulled up my inventory menu and I thought I was paused and then I come back and I'm dead. So be sure you're hitting escape. Be sure you're in this menu right here. There will be a point in the story where you will eventually unlock a resource finder, and this is going to be able to be used on your map. As you can see, just pull up your map. Once you have it, you can filter out your map with any resource that you want to find specifically. And it's all resources that you found so far. So if you haven't found it, it's not going to show up on the resource finder. So like this one, let's say we want some blueberry chunks, which I actually do. We're going to go clear all, because I don't want to find those. Scan for resources. We're going to scan for blueberry chunks, and this will indicate where they are on the map. Depending on what kind of resource it is, like clover leaves, they're everywhere around the map, but it'll scan a specific radius around you. This is super good for finding resources, and then you can clear them all. When you do back out, you will have some indications on your map that will tell you where to go. One thing you want to keep in mind and try to remember to keep doing is using the Peep feature in the game. Early on, it does tell you how to use this and what it's meant for, but you can easily forget to do this. So when you're encountering a creature, insect, whatever it may be for the first time, use your Peep on it, and then you'll be able to discover its weaknesses and different aspects of it so you can adjust the way you take that specific insect or bug on. This next tip is going to help you with traversal. As you guys know, with the spider webs, you start walking extremely slow once you're on them, but if you are on your buggy and you press the recruit button, you got to kind of aim a little bit up in the air. Like watch, I'll just do it here, nothing happens. I aim up, ant starts walking a lot faster, so it's just an easy way for you to traverse, and even if you're going up, it's a lot more. See, look at that. To walk through it so much easier. That's an easy way for you to traverse these little zones. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, drop a like on it as it helps me and the channel grow, and subscribe. We're so close to 10,000 subscribers. Let me know any tips I left out. There's so many more we can add to this list, to this video, but these are just some basic standard ones. To every single one of you guys, and as always, stay happy, stay hyped, and have a beautiful day.